Hi Charlie, good to see you.
Hi Ray, good to be here.
So we've just had two pretty intensive days at the this year's Executive Summit. Quite a lot of it around virtualization, NFV, and how the market's progressing there. That's right on your sweet spot. So what have been some of your key takeaways from the past 2 days around how NFV is going in the industry, and what's Wind River up to at the moment in that space?
Well, I think it's been a really good couple of days. I think you guys lined up some excellent speakers and some really good panels here. I mean, it was just good to get a sense from the executives at all of the service providers as to how they think NFV is progressing. You know, what are some of the key obstacles that need to be addressed?
Yeah.
You know, and what are some of the early deployments really going to look like? What are the early use cases going to comprise? So from that point of view, yeah, we really appreciated the chance to be here. In terms of the announcement that we did this morning, so we put out a press release with 4 of our VNF partners, talking about the fact that we've worked together with them on a reference design for a virtual business CPE solution. This is actually something that was initiated by a service provider who essentially came to us. They're very interested in using our platform, you know, because of the carrier grade reliability that it provides and the performance that it provides. And they wanted to see if we and our partners would have the capability to onboard VNFs from 4 separate companies, get all of them running, you know, optimally on Titanium server, delivering the kind of reliability that they're looking for, and then string all of these together into a service chain. So you had the 4 different functions that basically comprise, you know, a virtual business CPE. So what we announced this morning was that, yeah, we had worked with these 4 partners to do that and really delivered a very successful demonstration of this to the service provider, where we were able to show that, yeah, not only can we do all of this from a functional point of view, but we can achieve the level of reliability that they would need, you know, for their enterprise customers.
Okay, that's really taking it on a step further. There's been a lot of talk about virtual CPE, but kind of just in a way, well, how does it work? What's the topography? How do you go about? What are the operational things? But this is actual functions going to the stage of how do you get functions to work together in an instance. So what kind of functions are we talking about here?
So what we're talking about is a firewall, a router, WAN acceleration, and WAN optimization, obviously all virtualized. And it would have been easier for us to do that if the service provider had just picked a single VNF vendor, you know, that provided a bundled solution.
Right, but in the real world, you know.
They chose to, you know, to pick VNFs from 4 different companies, which for us was a very interesting technical challenge, you know, because we've done a lot of onboarding of individual VNFs. Obviously, everybody in the industry has, but I don't think many people in the industry have actually tied them together into a service chain and showed them all working, you know, consistently and working together at the same time, you know, delivering the reliability and the performance that the customer's looking for.
Okay, so this is the kind of thing. So you mentioned that was really the catalyst for that was the requirement from a service provider. What other kind of things are the service providers saying to you? You know, is this possible? What can you do?
So it's interesting, you know, when you look at our whole partner ecosystem, I think now we have about 27 partners in the ecosystem, probably about 19 VNF vendors. A good number of those, especially the VNF vendors, are actually part of our ecosystem because that was a request from the service provider. That they wanted to see, you know, a virtualized function from a specific company running on the Titanium server NFVI platform. So based on that, we then went ahead and collaborated with that company, you know, and did the onboarding. Of course, up until now, we'd done them one at a time, which is significantly easier from a technical point of view than creating this kind of service chain. So that's why we thought it was an announcement, you know, that would be interesting to the industry.
Absolutely. And so we're nearly at the end of 2015. What's 2016 going to bring?
Well, for us at Wind River, you know, we're going to see some deployments, you know, of Titanium server in some of the early NFV use cases that service providers are really just starting to roll out, you know, in 2016. I don't think any of us are expecting, you know, a lot of volume in 2016, and certainly that's very consistent with the message that we got at the conference here. But no, we're going to see early rollouts with some of our early customers that I think just validate, you know, the value that the technology brings in terms of, you know, reliability, performance, and time to market.
Excellent. All right, Charlie. Well, great to have you here for the past couple of days, and great speaking to you today.
Well, thanks very much, Ray. Really appreciated the chance to be here.